mask over your mouth first, and then attend to the needs of your child. If you've taken 10 flights, you turn that off, you don't listen, but it's still important. You know what the airline knows? We have to take care of ourselves first if we want to ensure that we're in a healthy place to take care of our children. The airline companies realize that it is the nature of parents to take care of the well-being of their children before worrying about themselves. We will give our lives for our kids without a moment's hesitation. If the choice came between our harm or theirs, we would beg that their life be spared so that they could grow up and enjoy the blessings of life that is before them. Somebody says, okay, here's Megan and me, and I'm going to shoot one of you. I'm going to say, shoot me. I'm 50. She's 20. She's got a lot more living to do. If you've got to kill somebody, let it be me. I think most parents feel that way. The airlines know that our tendency is to take care of the children first. Like the airlines, I'm asking you to make an intentional decision instead of a reactionary one. Plane takes a dip, the masks fall down. I pray that you don't ever have to experience it. And they come dangling down, and you're like, oh, my child, here, put the... And while you're trying to take care of the infant or the child, you lose consciousness. Then who's going to die? Both you and the child. And so instead of a reactionary response, you must make your behavior purposeful. So every time on the flight, the airline reminds you, put your own mask on first. Because if you don't take care of mom and dad, if you don't take care of your marriage relationship, it will cause everything else to come apart. If parents make the decision to take care of themselves, they are in fact making the decision to take care for their children. The greatest legacy you will ever leave your children, men, is to honor and love their mother. We all know stories of couples who devoted themselves to the care and direction of their children. They invested thousands of dollars and thousands of hours into the betterment of their child. In fact, I think Singaporeans are some of the best at this in the world. I mean, kids get everything available, and whatever kind of tuition. If they want ballet lessons, there's ballet lessons, music lessons, etc., 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 etc. And this is fine, except sometimes parents don't make time to nurture their own relationship in the process. I'm talking about the husband-wife relationship. They appear to be together because they're united for a common cause, which is the welfare of the child. Do you know when divorce takes place? It takes place very early in a marriage, and sometimes within the first year. They're like, we made a big mistake. Or the next big breakup time comes when you're about mine and Sister Barbara's age. And then you hear this, I don't know who I am. I've got to go find myself. You know why that happens? It happens just about the time that the children go off to university. Because all this time, for the last 25 years, we've had a common cause of taking care of the children. And so we stay together, and we seem to be together because, I'm not going to make an announcement. Me and Sister Barbara are doing okay, all right? I'm just hypothesizing here. No, look, when you've been in ministry as long as I have, You've heard too many sad stories. The story rarely has a happy ending. The children grow up, move away from home, and have their own life. The husband and wife are now alone in the house, and their reason for uniting is gone. And sadly, they look at each other and realize they're no longer the person. They don't know the person they're eating, sleeping, and living with. Years of mismanagement have dealt an almost irreversible blow to their relationship. And it was simply an issue of priorities. They made the children more important than their own relationship. In a couple of weeks, Brother and Sister Willoughby's going to Bentan. Megan and Barrick, Michaela, take care. Good luck. Spent the last 20 years getting you ready. We'll be back, but we're going away because we're going to take care of our relationship. I haven't always done that so very well. Sincerity was not the issue. These people that stayed together because of the kids, sincerity wasn't the issue. They simply failed to understand the dynamics of their relationship, and they invested years and tears in the wrong place. The challenge for women is that they incorrectly see their priority as the children. The challenge in men is that they incorrectly see their priority as their occupation. Those are tendencies. Very few men die wishing they could have spent more time at the office. Yeah, you watch. When they're in the funeral procession, nobody has a sign on the funeral car that says, "I wished I would have worked more overtime." Never. Story of one young man said, "Success came at a price, but it was a price this committed father was willing to pay. He was willing to miss some birthdays in order to improve their quality of life in years to come." A father makes a judgment call. He says, "I'll miss some birthdays now because if I work real hard, it'll be better for my son. I can send him to a better college, a better university. I can give them more things." And he wanted to be with the children. He didn't want to miss a birthday. He was not absent in spirit, only in body. But his absence in body had an impact upon his son. The pastor who was counseling the son said, "I heard tons of resentment from the heart of a young man. This was a young man that was proud of his dad and loved his dad. But he had a void in his heart for what he really wanted. He appreciated the status and the financial stability, but he struggled with the role his mother had to play in his father's absence. He wanted his dad to be around. Nothing replaces a dad's physical presence." Okay, another quiz, and we're almost finished. Can you believe I'm doing so good?